onto some footage and just start talking about some random stuff that might be of interest to you. Tonight's topic is the good day, bad day syndrome. Something I've been noticing among friends recently, and among myself. You might be wondering if you've never heard of this before, or if you're wondering what my terminology is. The good day, bad day syndrome is essentially what it sounds like. More so in gaming. I'm not talking about in real life. I mean, in real life, the days are good, days are bad. We get that. But we're talking about in games, where you're either playing really well, having really good games, or you just feel like everything's off. It's those kind of days. Where you load up a game of Fortnite, Overwatch, CSGO, or whatever other game you prefer to play most of the time, and you're just having a really off day. Tonight I'm going to be talking about what potentially causes this, and what exactly this really is, and how you can really, what you could do to either prevent it or get over the feeling of it. A common symptom of having one of these days is when you are playing a game, such as, let's say, CSGO, and on a normal day, you'd be getting MVP almost every round, you'd be top fragging, you'd be doing absolutely amazing at the game. But then the next day, you load up the same game and do the exact same thing you were doing the day before, but you're not landing your shots, you're missing easy shots, and you're dying a lot. You're not winning rounds, and your team ends up losing game after game after game. Right? It's gonna be one of those days, right? These are the type of days we're talking about. And you're sitting there confused, like, well, yesterday I was doing the literal exact same thing, and I was doing absolutely amazing at it. Yet I load up the same exact game and do the same exact thing again today, yet I'm doing horribly. What's with that? That is an obvious symptom of your good day, bad day syndrome. Excuse me. And it might get worse, like, well, okay, I'm just going to play another game that I was good at yesterday. So you boot up TF2. The day before, you were playing Sniper, landing every hit, and then you decided to go Engineer, and you're doing really good at that. This day, you load up Engineer, and your Sentry continuously gets sapped, you're backstabbed a bunch of times, and so then you try Sniper, you're missing your shots, you get backstabbed a lot, you get out-sniped by others, and it just feels like nothing's working. And notice how these games are typically FPS games. And that's the one I've been noticing a lot, is when you're playing shooter games, you typically have good days and you typically have bad days. What you should do in this situation is, it's not because you're typically, per se, bad at a game. It's simply because you're having a bad game or a bad day. And what you do to kind of counteract this is simply don't play that genre of game that day. You know, if you're having a really bad day, switch up the genres. If you're really doing horribly at FPS, switch over to, let's say, MOBA or adventure. I was having a really off day yesterday, so I booted up Skyrim and played that for a bit. And it was a nice little break from the insanity of my week-long Fortnite binge. And it was fun, too. You might find that by doing so, you're having fun again. And you're enjoying yourself more. And you're also doing better at this other genre than you were at the genre you begin with, that you were having the bad day with. And while this isn't really for everyone, as sometimes bad days can be worse, I'm going to get to that in a second, but then, again, you can also have really good days on one genre and really bad days with the same genre, or with a different genre on the same day. It all has to do with genre, really. I mean, unless you're frickin' Ninja or an overall like god of gaming, you're gonna encounter a bad day from time to time where you're just not performing the way you should or feel like you should, and that's okay. It simply means find something else to do, whether that's play a different genre or just all in all just step away from your PC or console, whatever your preferred platform is, and do something else. Or if that means just playing a different particular genre. By getting your mind off of the game you were just playing, off of your bad day, it can help you also prevent things such as anxiety or negative emotions from creeping in, saying, oh, I had a really bad game today, really bad day. This is not going well, I'm freaking trash at the game, because you get a negative mental attitude, and you're going to start losing more games. A successful Overwatch YouTuber, Nateson, his thing is enforcing a positive mental attitude among his subscribers, and among the Overwatch crowd. He's trying to encourage Overwatch players to be more positive while they play, and to just simply not play if they're having a bad day. If they're having a bad day and their negative emotions are kicking in, don't play. And that is symptom number 2 of your bad day syndrome. Is if you are feeling super negative about stuff, like let's say you've come very close to winning a round of Fortnite, but then in the last second, some dude launches you from across the map with a grenade launcher and kills you, and you lose. You get upset, you might rage a little bit, and then you queue for another game. This time you get like 10th place because you're sniped across the map. And so you queue for another game. You die again. And you're starting to feel really tilted. You're starting to get really mad at yourself, at the game, at pretty much everything. And when that happens, that's obviously not good. That's obviously a stopping point. Where a normal person, or you should simply step away from the game, because a negative attitude is only going to worsen the effects of the negativity. The negative emotion is going to make your games worse. It's been, not really scientifically, but it's been proven that a negative attitude does, in fact, impact your performance in of course, negative way. So, you simply just got to that's when you stop playing that particular game and do something else. Get your mind off of the game and don't let negativity set in. Because if you do that, and then the next day you might still be negative and salty about it. I mean, maybe not next day, but like an hour or two later you decide, I'm going to go back to Fortnite, but you've been really salty with it. You go back, that negativity hasn't gotten away, you sort of get like, whatever, I'm going to probably lose anyway. It's like that saying goes, if you say you're going to lose, you say you're going to do bad, you're right. If you say you're going to do well, you're right. You may not be top of the leaderboard. You might not get a victory royale, but if you're positive, you'll feel better. You'll rage less. You just be overall more positive. And try your best not to let losses get to you. I know it's going to be frickin' hard, especially if you get triggered easily with games. I get that. I've been through it. Several of my friends have been through it. Some of them are still going through it. But you just got to work at it for a while. Just try thinking that, get in the mindset that, yeah, I'm going to try hard, but I'm not going to be a try-hard. I'm going to give it my darndest, but at the same time, I'm going to try to have fun at the same time. I'm going to aim for a victory, shoot for the moon, but I'm going to stop and smell the roses along the way and have fun while doing so, because you get in the mindset that we are playing a game, that these are called games for a reason, and you work hard to not let losses, not let anxiety, not let whatever get to you, and then you've won. And get a positive mental attitude in place and set in stone, and that is when you'll see improvement in your game. Now, this is not a guaranteed cure for good day, bad day syndrome, as you will still more than likely have a bad day from time to time, but it's a good way to counteract it by simply being positive, by playing a different game, by trying a different genre, by doing something else. And by doing so, and getting a positive mental attitude, that's when you're going to start noticing a difference in your playstyle. Like I said, you might not be constantly winning. Heck, your actual performance might not even improve all that much. But you will at least feel better about yourself. You'll feel better about the game, and it is good to get determination about wanting to win. It is good to have that determination. Just don't let your determination become to the point where, or get to the point where it's unhealthy. To the point where it's making you a more negative person. And by following that simple step-by-step, or not really step-by-step, but that simple method, that's how you improve. That's how you get better. And that's how you overcome the bad day syndrome. Now, before we close out today's video, I just want to say a few things. First and foremost, ever since I uploaded that last video last week, I have gained 3 subscribers. This is the kind of sudden growth that my channel hasn't had in frickin' ages. And I do thank you all individually for your support for the channel. It means so much to me. It's made me happier than I've been in a long time to click on my channel and see that 3 people have joined us. It feels great knowing that I've successfully won over the hearts of 3 more people. And I hope you guys stick around for a bit. See what kind of interesting stuff is going down the pike. Other stuff that you might be interested in. Now, I'm sure that the subscriber income has come from my most recent Fortnite video. So I hope my future Fortnite content continues to impress. And I hope that even if my content is not Fortnite, you will continue to support it and hopefully enjoy it. Because that's why I do YouTube. I don't do it for views. I don't do it for money. I do it to entertain and inform. You know, I could make a totally different video, a totally separate video about why I started YouTube and all that stuff, and I probably will do that someday. But as for now, I just want to say thank you for all your support. And second thing I wanted to say in regards to the last video I uploaded. No, I am not renouncing myself. I am not taking back anything I said in the video. What I am doing, however, is going to mention something. Shortly after I uploaded that video, I see several other YouTubers upload videos with similar names saying why Fortnite's Battle Pass is pay to win. But unlike mine, they are actually saying that it's a negative thing, and they're giving bullcrap reason why it's proven, I'm doing air quotes, that the Battle Pass is pay to win, such as stupid things like with a back bling you move slower, making your shots more accurate, and stuff like, well, some skins have smaller hitboxes or whatever, which is not true at all. And when I was saying pay to win, if you are new, I was simply saying that it was a confidence booster, that the cosmetics were a confidence booster, not that they were actually making a competitive difference, as in you're gonna be able to avoid more shots or shoot more precisely, whatever the heck that meant. And I'm sure I'm not the one who inspired this group, and I'm sure that videos like that have been uploaded prior to my video's release, and I did not know that anybody else was making videos of this sort. And so I wasn't really inspired by anybody to do it. I just thought it was an interesting idea and something that I've noticed. So I thought I'd share it with you folks. But that didn't really work out the way I thought it was going to. I mean, I didn't think that people were going to make videos similar to that, where they actually decided they were going to say that it was competitively a pay-to-win thing. And I mean, I kind of sort of said why it does make a difference competitively for confidence reasons, but I didn't say anything about that you actually be a 100% better player just by simply having the battle pass or by paying money for skins. And it kind of annoys me to see those videos. Not because I'm saying that they're a friggin' copycat, because they're obviously not. I'm not the first person to ever think of the idea, and I'm more than certain I'm not going to be the last. But it does kind of annoy me to see people out there claiming that it's fact that these skins make a difference with your aim or whatever. Because with things like aiming and building or whatever, that's stuff you're going to have to work at. That's something that's just not going to be, bought with a cosmetic. Or bought with actual money. Or with V-Bucks or whatever. And like I said, the purpose of this little remark is not to rebuke or take back anything that I previously said. It's to verify that I'm not trying to get to cash in on the whatever crowd I didn't know. And that I'm kind of peeved with people. Anywho, thank you again, guys, for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you agreed with any of my points, let me know in the comments down below. If you disagreed, let me know as well. Because if you disagree, I would love to see what you think. And I might do a revision to this in the future. As I get more information, I learn from watching more friends with it, and I learn from myself. Because, sometimes the best experiences are personal. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching the video. As always, Maxusthebeast is out.